you were briefly, when you were going through your course and the other degrees you did, you done a bit of placement. Could you talk about what it was like doing a placement while studying?
As in the placement before the placements before I got into medical school, when I was kind of
Yeah,
building up my application.
yeah.
Yeah, it was really good actually. I did volunteering, which I suppose it was doing therapeutics, which is in one of the local hospitals, which is essentially where you bring specially trained dogs into the hospital, into the different wards. So I did that in one of the local children's hospitals, and I was the coordinator of that. And I mean, I did that once a week, and so actually, it didn't take that much time away from studying, and it didn't take any time away from being able to put in the work and during my course and actually kind of apply to medical school and do all the prep for that. So I thought it was really good, and all of the other placements that I had were only maybe 1 to 3 days. I think one of them was maybe a week long, but that was only during the summer holidays. So I feel like if you're going through a degree and you're trying to do, say, like different placements to eventually study for medicine, it is very feasible. And if you do it right, then I mean, to apply for medical school, you don't need that much placement time or time on the wards or chatting to doctors or spending time in hospital. You just need enough where you're able to really talk about it and reflect on it when you're eventually going to medical school interviews. So I feel like you can balance it very well.
And now that you're doing your medical degree, what are you doing a placement while studying?
Yeah, so so from fourth year to sixth year of the medical program at Edinburgh, it's essentially all clinical placement, and it's the teaching is kind of slotted in around clinical placement. So we're spending most of our time either in general practice or on the wards, and so it's really nice. I think one of the things that I quite like is doing peripheral placement. So right now, I'm studying medicine at Edinburgh Uni, but I'm at a hospital on the outskirts of Glasgow at the moment for the next 6 weeks. And so they give you free accommodation and you stay there and you just immerse yourself in whatever specialty it is that you're doing. So I'm in psychiatry right now, and I really like it. And you just have kind of either bedside teaching some days of the week where you go with one of the senior doctors and you see particular patients, and the more senior doctors, consultants or whatever, they specifically teach you certain subjects relating to the specialty, or it's like online tutorials or online lectures that you kind of either do in your own time, or it is actually kind of live and facilitated and you just kind of do it working in the accommodation on your laptop. So I think it is a really nice mix of different learning styles.
And did you go to sixth form or college?
So there's sixth form doesn't really exist as far as I'm aware in Scotland. It's not like a separate sixth form. You just do 6 years in secondary school, but it is essentially the same thing. So I did not go to college. I went straight from high school. I did the full 6 years of high school, got my advanced hires, and then I went straight into the medical sciences honours degree, and then I just continued from there. So I've never kind of taken any sort of gap in higher education. I've just kind of continued